Trafford last Sunday, Wembley winners today, and now beware Bayern Munich in Barcelona on Wednesday for the jackpot in the treble chance. Andy Gray.
Well, they were just too dominant for me, Martin. They're an awesome side, way ahead of most other teams in this league at the moment, and personnel and quality, as I said, with possibly the exception of Arsenal. And they were just too good for Newcastle United on the day. Too many things that needed to happen for Alan Shearer, Rob Lee and their teammates just didn't happen. They needed to defend well, they didn't. And when Manchester United went one up, I just felt there was no way back for Newcastle United, and that's how it proved.
Well, Newcastle trudge up to collect their mementos of the day, while Manchester United continue to celebrate. Join Nick Collins, who's got Teddy Sheringham with him. Nick.
Well, Teddy, congratulations. It wasn't quite your first touch, that goal, but you hadn't been on long, had you?
No, it's all right. It's amazing the way this game changes about. 1 minute you're up, 1 minute you're down, and you never know what's going to happen next in football.
When you weren't chosen initially, what was your thoughts?
Well, devastated. Devastated. I'm 33 now. You don't think you're going to get another chance, and you want to play. It would have been harsh on the other lads to be left out after playing so well all season, but, you know, I mean, it's a manager's decision. He's chopped and changed the last few games, and you just live in hope that you're going to get the nod.
It's a really well-taken goal as well, isn't it? One that you'll always be able to treasure.
Yeah, it was a nice goal. Took a little deflection, but I'm still claiming that. Don't worry about that.
And then you repaid the compliment by helping Paul Scholes.
Yeah, that's right. We needed that second goal to take the pressure right off, and once that come in, you know, we was home and dry, really. We just had to keep working hard, and we knew it was going to come through.
A week ago, no medals. Now you've got two.
I know, that shuts a few people up there. Here's to the Gooners. Beautiful.
Thing going as we pay our condolences to Newcastle, but Manchester United, Alex Ferguson, the manager, is with George Gavin.
Alex, the first club to win the double 3 times. What does that mean to you?
It's fantastic for the club. The players are marvellous players. Brilliant.
And you, as a manager, have won the FA Cup 4 times. No one's done that. Is that special?
I'm pleased. I'm proud. I'm proud of everything we've achieved.
Where did you win the game today, Alex?
Pardon?
Where did you win the game today?
Well, I think we got a break at the goal, in the sense that we're trying to reorganise. I wasn't sure what to do, whether to bring on Jesper or to go for it. I just felt that with Teddy come on, I've got 3 front players who can score a goal, and of course Scholes who can score also. I went for it that way, and Teddy was magnificent. I think that was a decisive fight. I think he was a key to it.
Thanks very much, Alex.
Well, let's spell it out for you again, these unique achievements. Alex Ferguson's 4th FA Cup win as manager, an all-time record. The first club to win the FA Cup 10 times, the first club to do the double 3 times. Roy Keane played only a minor part today, but he limps up to collect the FA Cup, making history today in so many ways. Manchester United. Still one more challenge to come, but what a year 1999 has been. Since it began with the start of this FA Cup run against Middlesbrough, they have regained their place as the standard bearers of the English game, under tremendous competition from Arsenal. At the turn of the year, much talk that Europe was the major goal, the Holy Grail, but these players have not taken their eyes off the ball domestically. Some new to the camp, like Teddy Sheringham, who've come to be part of a winning scene, and their personal ambitions added further fuel. And other players who've been around for some time, who were stung like Ryan Giggs by losing out to Arsenal a year ago and badly wanted back their position of prominence. Well, there have been some wonderful Manchester United sides of the past, and this team have yet to emulate the boys of '68 in winning the European Cup. They now have that chance, but many long-time United observers have already labelled these players as the supreme example of what this world-famous football club is all about. Let's hear from Peter Schmeichel with George Gavin.
Peter, a magnificent achievement, another double for you today, and probably your last match in England for Manchester United.
Yeah, it was a hard game. It was, you know, the sun was up, the pitch was very, very firm, and I thought at one point we looked really tired. In Newcastle, I thought they put so much pressure on us, and to stand here, you know, winners of the game is fantastic because I thought it was so difficult.
What kind of frame of mind are you in now for the European Cup final?
Very happy and very optimistic.
No chance of changing your mind about staying? He's off.
I think George has asked that question one too many times. Well, Newcastle are taking their leave. They've been twice runners-up in the Premiership in recent seasons, now twice in quick succession in the FA Cup. The 90s, you have to say, in that respect, a vast improvement on the previous decade. But the Toon Army, impatient for the club they adore, to make that last step from being in the frame to finishing in first place. New manager, many new players and more to come, but the records of this and last season for Newcastle virtually identical. Well, when they write the definitive book about football management, this fella will surely be mentioned on every page. It was interesting, Andy, what he said about the decision about the substitution. We were playing manager up here and trying to do it, if you like, the orthodox way. And he said, well, we're going to have a go for it.
That's when that wonderful word luck comes into him, Martin. He has immense talent, that man. I think if he does it Wednesday, he might well go down as the best ever. It's very close now, if not there. I think Wednesday night would just put the icing, or just put the cherry on the icing on the top of that cake.
Glory, glory, Man United. That's what they're singing, and it could not be more apt. The lovely problem Alex Ferguson has, trying to pick a team for each game. But whatever the circumstances, and these were difficult today, with the KEANE injury, the illness that they kept secret in the team hotel over the last couple of days. That was a big worry as the players got off the bus as to whether their hearts were ruling their heads, and the four who've been particularly affected maybe shouldn't be sent out, but they were, and no harm done. Another trophy won.
Well, this is why this is a place for winners, Martin. Just the scenes around you. And it doesn't matter how many times these players will do this in the future or have done it in the past, because the next time is better than the last.
Well, Ryan Giggs was the one who told me back in February, no priorities for us, we want to win everything. He's now talking to us down on the touchline with Nick Collins.
Well, Ryan, congratulations. It looked fairly easy, but was it?
No, it was always going to be hard. I think it helped when we got the early goal. We could just keep it, and it's a hot day, and it's hard to close down in this kind of weather. So all we had to do was keep the ball then, and then try and hit them on the break.
The game couldn't have got off to a much harder start for you, losing your captain, Roy Keane, so early on.
No, that's right. I mean, Keane's been brilliant all year, and to lose him is disappointing. But it's a squad game now, and the lads who come in do brilliant.
2 down, 1 to go.
Yeah, I mean, we're all looking forward to Wednesday. Hopefully we can do it.
All right, thanks, Brian. Dwight, you got on for the last half hour.
Oh, it's just been brilliant. It's just nice to get on, you know. The gaffer has said to me earlier on, well, he's going to use a tactical, he's going to rest me for the game on Wednesday. So I understand that, but all we were concerned here is getting the result, which we're all delighted about.
This momentum just keeps going, doesn't it? 2 trophies down and on to Barcelona.
Man, you can't describe the feeling. The feeling is just wonderful, as I say. It's just been long coming, you know. This is what football is all about. We worked hard throughout the season. The lads been tremendous all season, so do fans, and it's just nice to be part of it.
Go and enjoy the celebrations.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, wonderful scenes for Manchester United. And the party will go on for as long as Alex Ferguson allows, and I'm sure it'll be maybe a more controlled celebration than they had earlier in the week after winning the Premiership. Adding to the Premiership, the AXA-sponsored FA Cup. Well, they're not heading to the exits, but the other half of the stadium pretty empty. One or two staying to witness it, maybe aware of the sense of history, even when your team has lost. The might of Manchester United, what they're capable of achieving if they complete the treble. They will go down as surely the greatest of great teams out of Old Trafford. Andy, how long can you enjoy this before your mind turns to playing again on the Wednesday?
Tomorrow morning. I think he'll give them tonight. As I say, it'll be, as you said quite rightly, it'll be controlled celebration. I just think that Alec will let them enjoy their lap of honour, and they'll let them enjoy their dressing room and a nice meal tonight, but then it'll be focus time again. And they can do it, Martin. That's why they've been so successful over the years. That's why they've been immensely successful this year. Their ability to focus, regroup and go again for another big game.
Well, in Euro 96 we talked about the SAS of Sheringham and Shearer. Well, today it's been a Manchester United SAS of Sheringham and Scholes. They got the goals, and Manchester United have beaten Newcastle United by 2 goals to 0.
Martin and Andy Gray, thank you very much. Watching that history being made this afternoon, the record books being rewritten this afternoon. Frank McClintock, Lou Macari, Rodney Marsh and Clive Allen. First word to Lou Macari. The best ever at Old Trafford, Lou, or not yet?
Not yet, Richard, but they were wonderful today again. I mean, it was too easy for them. And the Manchester lads there are talking about a difficult game. It wasn't difficult at all. Once they got in front, they never looked like losing the game. Well on top. Unbelievably poor marking from Newcastle at times. I mean, they put the ball into the box. It always fell to a Man United player. Sheringham was wonderful. Scholes did his usual. The cup's come back to Manchester.
Frank McClintock's done the double. The only way to better it is to come back and do it again, Frank, and then again, and then go on to win the European Cup. I mean, it is just quite extraordinary, isn't it?
Oh, it'd be wonderful. You can't believe how marvellous these players must feel. I must admit, it seems to be getting, I know it seems ridiculous, a little bit easier winning the double than what it used to be. I mean, they had a magnificent challenge in the Championship. That was a titanic battle, that was. But today, I agree with Lou. I thought that apart from isolated attempts at goal by Newcastle, Man United did this game after 15 minutes completely sewn up. It was so one-sided in my opinion. Newcastle defence were like the Fox and Goose pub team at times, you know? I mean, we're so far adrift from their forwards. I couldn't see them, unless a miracle happened, I couldn't see them getting back in the game.
Geordies who have made the long trek south for the second successive year, and they go back beaten again. But what have we seen here from Manchester United, Rod, today?
Well, I've got to say, Richard, that if they do go, I don't want to go too far forward because they should enjoy, I mean, Dwight York coming a substitute, they should enjoy the celebrations today. But I must say that if they do beat Bayern Munich, for me, they will go down as the best Manchester United team of all time, possibly the best English team of all time.
But they've got to beat Bayern first.
I would say so, yes.
Clive, you sat behind the goal for the most part, a different atmosphere entirely to that we've experienced here today. What was that like?
Well, initially it was a ferocious start from Newcastle. Some of the tackling was very, very hard, and obviously Roy Keane then left the field. You wonder if it was going to swing in their favour because of that. But no, what does Alex do? He never gets it wrong. Or to this point, he hasn't got it wrong. And he showed again the great strength and quality they have within depth of their club, the great character they have as well. Once they got in front, you couldn't see Newcastle scoring. In the second half, Richard, they tore them apart. Newcastle's defence were all over the shop, and it really got to a stage where it looks like they could have scored at will. Fantastic performance.
Do you know what, Clive, as well? I don't think, Richard, there's ever been a manager that's had a perfect season. Perfect in every way. I think Alex Ferguson is very close. Again today, Sheringham comes on, man of the match, wins the game for Manchester United. Alex Ferguson is very close to having a perfect football season.
Didn't like to interrupt your flow, Rob, but that was a lovely shot of Sir Bobby Charlton.
Yep.
I wonder what was going through his mind. Can they emulate the school of '68? There he is. 2. 1 to go. To go down as the best ever at Old Trafford. Well, fantastic. You say it gets easier to complete the double, Frank. I bet if you ask those guys out there, they tell you it doesn't.
Well,
let's just pause for a minute. Let's go pitch side again. Here's the Neville brothers.
Hold the cup up then, Phil. Let's see it between the two Neville brothers, and 3 double thing in the 90s for Manchester United. But is that as sweet as ever?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. I think it's always the next one that's the best. And you know, we've had to beat some great teams this year, especially to win the European Cup, the FA Cup, sorry. And you know, we've beaten another great side today in Newcastle. You know, Arsenal have been great. You know, players in the Championship. You know, but we've come out on top in both competitions.
Gary, we heard there was a virus going through the camp, and you might have been affected. Was that at all a reason why perhaps you started slowly today?
I don't know. It's difficult to play on Wembley. It's difficult to get your passing going. The pitch is a little bit sticky. But I think once we got the goal, it settled us down a little bit. And I thought, to be honest with you, the chances that we had, we deserved to win the game.
Just one final question. Does that set you up for the treble?
Yeah, it's you know, we can go to Barcelona now and really enjoy the occasion. It's the biggest game of our lives.
OK, guys, well done.
Well, we wondered how long before they started thinking about the European Cup. Well, plainly Phil Neville already is. He's already won it in his own mind, Louis.
It won't be as easy as today, Richard. Today was a stroll for them. Bayern Munich obviously were a lot better organised. They'll have a game plan. I couldn't see what Newcastle's game plan was today. It just seemed 11 individuals out there. And of course, Man United were well on top for most
Sorry,
of the
Rod,
game.
let's just pause again. Think of word for the Geordies. Gary Speed is with Nick Collins.
Gary, hard luck. How long is it going to take to get over that one?
Well, we'll have to get over it next season. You know, we can't dwell on it. Obviously disappointing. More disappointing in the respect that we thought we could win and we were full of confidence.
The side looked more positive going into this final than last year.
Yeah, that's what I just said. You know, we really felt we could win it and we were full of confidence, whereas last year maybe we weren't. So it makes it even more disappointing.
You started brightly and yet they got the early goal.
Yeah, it was the story of our season really. We've been letting in early goals all season, but as you said, we started brightly and we make mistakes against Manchester United. They punish you, and they did that today with 2 mistakes from us.
Even in the second half, you came out fighting, Duncan Ferguson on, it looked good for a few minutes, and then they hit you again, didn't they?
Exactly the same, yeah. You know, we had a good start to the second half, come close a couple of times, and then, you know, another mistake, we gave the ball away, and both scored again. And to be fair, Manchester United were quality today, and you know, we can't say nothing about that.
I mean, Newcastle have lost to 2 sides in a row now that have done the double. It's wrong place at the wrong time almost, isn't it?
It is, yeah, but we've got to hopefully make us stronger, and next season it'll make us a better team. And we've got to look at Man United, and that they're our benchmark, you know, and we've got to be as good as them. And with the players that we've got here, and the players that might come in, then hopefully we can achieve that.
Do you think they will now do the treble?
I hope so, yeah.
All right, Gary, thanks for joining us. Appreciate that.
Very difficult. Very well done. Gary Speed, representative from Newcastle United, skipper last year when they got done 2-0 by Arsenal, who completed the double. Same outcome this year. Clive, you've been here and lost on an occasion like this. That's not easy, is it, to come out and talk about
Not at all, no. I think he's done particularly well, and I think everyone now really, I feel, in English football should get behind Manchester United, because it would be a quite remarkable feat to win the treble. There's absolutely no doubt about that. And this is a side capable of doing it.
And it may never, ever, ever be achievable again. And when they read the history books, rather in about 20 years' time, they'll look back and say, cool, what a team that must have been.
We were talking about that, Richard, weren't we? But the thing about Manchester United is, I was just going to mention it, and Gary Speed actually mentioned it himself. What Manchester United have done, Richard, is they've raised the bar on the standard of which we now have to compete. Now, I think they've taken it higher than Liverpool made it. And everybody now will be judged against this Manchester United team and the success that they've had.
And nothing wrong with that, Lou. If they're the best, as Martin said in commentary, it really is up to the rest to get up there with them, isn't it? If they're raising standards, that's good.
It certainly is. It'll be difficult for the rest to get up there, Richard. Not only have they got a fantastic team, but when you look at all the players, you've just seen the Neville brothers being interviewed there. They all look good characters, which is a part of football as well. Down-to-earth lads who look as if they're out there to die for Manchester United. No big heads, no prima donnas, just lads who want to go out there and run around, and they will run around the way they've done today, probably for the next 5 or 6 years.
Paul Scholes got the second goal. He's with George Gavin.
Paul, congratulations. I think it's your first start in a cup final, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yeah. I think it's my third time and my first start, so I was happy to get a goal and a win.
When the first goal went in, was it always going to be Manchester United's game?
I don't know about that. With one goal in front, you know, it's always going to be close. But we did need a second and maybe more, but thankfully we got that.
And you've kept up where you left off for England. A hat-trick for England, a goal here today, set up by Teddy, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a great layoff from Teddy. I just hit it and thankfully it went in with my left foot.
You can rest up now, can't you, because you have to put your feet up for Wednesday night?
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, I'm suspended, so I'll be right behind the lads.
You think they can do it against Bayern Munich?
Yeah, I don't see why not. We're proved this year with Cole in York. We're a very good team. We're capable of scoring goals, so hopefully it'll carry on.
Double for Manchester United. Will they be as dominant next season again, do you think? Anyone can stop them?
Who knows? You never know. There's a lot of good teams, Chelsea, Arsenal, so you never know. Hopefully it will be, but who knows?
Great day for you today and the team. Well done, Paul. Thanks.
Yes, thank you.
Paul Scholes or Alan Ball? Struggling there to find his voice just for a little.
Yeah, must have been doing plenty of shouting, yeah.
Just a hint in the interview with Dwight York earlier. I understand now why, he said. Plainly very, very disappointed not to start, although he will on Wednesday night, it seems. But he's got his medal anyway.
I would think that would be a certainty, Richard, that will start on Wednesday night. And unfortunately, the odd man out might be Teddy. Man in the match at Wembley, missing in the European Championship final. But that might be the case.
And who knows? And does it really matter? Because they keep winning, unbeaten now in 32. Here's David Beckham with George Gavin.
David, trophies come Manchester United's way regularly now, but how sweet is this one?
It's as sweet as every other one that's been, you know. It was important for us to do well today and win the game, and which we did. You know, maybe we didn't play as well as we could have done, but, you know, we got the result. And, you know, Newcastle worked hard and they're a great team, but, you know, at the end of the day, we're champions and winners.
The benefit of your fiancée in the crowd, how bad is that injury on your lip?
I'm sure she won't find it a problem.
You can still give her the odd kiss or two, I should.
Yeah, I'm sure I will.
And today has been great. Can you go on and make the treble on Wednesday night?
Yeah, of course. Obviously, we've got another chance to win a big game on Wednesday. We've just got to concentrate on it the rest of the week now.
All the very best, David. Thank you.
The double. Again, 3 times now for Alex Ferguson and his team. And what a team from Old Trafford. Champions last week, FA Cup winners today, and possibly the champions of Europe on Wednesday night. A week today, incidentally, attention turns to Hampden Park when Celtic play Rangers, who are chasing their own version of a treble. Rangers, the Scottish FA Cup final, of course, I'm referring to. That's next Saturday, 2 o'clock on Sky Sports 3. And then we're back here at Wembley for 3 really big games. Saturday, 2:30, Sky Sports 2, the 3rd Division playoff final between Leyton Orient and Scunthorpe United. Next Sunday, 2 o'clock on 2, it's the 2nd Division playoff final between Gillingham and Manchester City. So the other half of Manchester gets its turn at Wembley. And then on Bank Holiday Monday, 2 o'clock, it's Bolton against Watford for the last place in the Premiership next season. We are not finished yet, not by a long way. There's a lot of celebrating to do for Manchester United, a lot of thinking to do for Newcastle United. But the men from Old Trafford